Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2020 festive action comedy Fatman, a film that is written and directed by Isham Nelms and Ian Nelms, and it stars Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins. Now this is a Christmas film with a difference. Mel Gibson plays Santa Claus, yes, the real Santa Claus, who he's struggling at the minute with the business. The business is on the decline. The kids in the world are losing belief. All this kind of stuff. He has an ongoing contract with the government, who pay the bills and things like that. As Christmas is great for the economy all over the world. However, with the business declining, he needs to enter into another contract with the government to help them build some of their electronic devices for their missiles and that kind of stuff in order to pay the bills. However, there is a 12-year-old boy called Billy who's a real awful kid who rightfully gets coal in his stocking this Christmas, and then decides he's going to order a hit on Santa Claus. So he calls on his hitman, Skinny Man, played by Walton Goggins, who has got a personal grudge himself with Santa Claus from many years ago, and he takes on the contract happily. Right, so that's the premise that we have here. Someone puts a hit out on Santa Claus, and we have to watch the events unfold. Right, what did I think of Fatman? Well, I've got to be honest, I quite enjoyed this film. It was different. I like Christmas films, but I also like Christmas films that take a risk and do something different, and this certainly does that. I've never really seen a Christmas film like this before. It's, like I say, it's like a dark action comedy for the most part. And before watching this, I wasn't sure how much of Father Christmas Mel Gibson was going to be in this film, but believe me, he's full on Santa Claus in this film. You know, he's got his elves. He goes out Christmas Eve, delivers the presents. He's just a little bit tired of it all, I guess. He's a little bit drained from it all because of the lack of faith, I guess, in the world's children. So he needs a lift, if you like. So I suppose a hitman chasing him down is not something he was particularly looking forward to. So it's very tongue-in-cheek, the film, obviously. It does at times have a serious feel to the film, and the pacing isn't breakneck pacing or anything. It's actually quite slow paced for the most part. But what drives this film and what keeps you interested in it are the two central performances by Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins. Both obviously very good actors, and they both commit to the role, so therefore you buy into the performances and the film itself. And it kind of, if this version of Santa Claus existed, you could believe it, that he would exist like this to some degree and have these contracts with the government to do the things that he does. So it's fun for the most part. It's not without its faults, I guess you could say. Like I say, the pacing might bother some people. Walton Goggins is brilliant as his hitman, but he kind of leaves plot holes all over the place, I suppose you could argue. He just leaves bodies everywhere, but it adds to the film, I suppose. And it's hard to believe that any kid is as nasty as this kid Billy that orders this hit on Father Christmas, on Santa Claus. But it's got a real charm to the film, this. I must admit, the performances all really elevate it, not just by the two central performances. We've got Marianne Jean Baptiste, who plays Mel Gibson's wife in the film. Very good. The guy playing the head elf and stuff is all very good. It all adds to this feel for the film that gives it quite a unique feel. And when we do get the action, it's nicely done. Some nice action set pieces, some decent effects here and there, but it always feels really, really grounded. Now, with me saying it's an action comedy, it doesn't fully commit to either of them. Like, it's not full on action, but you do get some. It's not full on comedy, but you do get some. But it's more of a dark comedy. This film, really, you don't get much in the way of comedy at all. Certainly from Mel Gibson's character, he's a really battle-worn, weary, drained Santa Claus that is looking, like I say, he's looking for something that's going to lift his spirits and help him continue to move forward with his business. But it is good. You follow Walton Goggins' character quite a lot. He's probably arguably on screen more than Mel Gibson, possibly, give or take. But it's a really different Christmas film. If you like things like Bad Santa 2, Bad Santa and Bad Santa 2, and that sort of Christmas film, that it's really, it does have a Christmas message in there, but it doesn't, feel sugary sweet and all that kind of stuff. This is just different enough to give you a nice little different Christmas film to enjoy. So from my perspective, I did enjoy it. Thought it was well made, nicely acted, good effects, good action, quite amusing at times. It's actually a little bit better than I imagined it to be, if I'm being perfectly honest. I didn't know what to expect here, because I love Sickly Seat Christmas films. I mean, I really enjoyed The Christmas Chronicles too, and that is as far removed from this film as you could possibly get in regards to two Christmas films. But they're both equally as entertaining in their own way. So I'm going to give Fatman an 8 out of 10 if you're looking for a really interesting and different Christmas film. This will certainly fit the bill for you, I think. So that is my review for Fatman. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching, and of course I will be back with more content and reviews on Screen Stars very, very soon.